Thanks for tuning back in, Neophyte Stack. Let's talk about two ideas that I just came across. I wanted to share with the community in real time. I found them kind of interesting. I've been poking around, asking other people if they've been, um, you know, uh, uh, I don't know, presented with these two stocks. Let's get into it. Lithium Americas, Argentina Corp. Um, this is ticker symbol LAAC. Since its inception, it's a fairly new IPO that came out in October of 2023 last year, the end. It's down 50% already. This is very interesting. Can it go to 90, negative 90? I'm sure it can. This is in Vancouver. It got 850 employees. It's got some subsidiaries. This is interesting. So $3.20 is a 52-week low, and a 52-week high is $21. So that's kind of interesting. Probably split or something. I don't know where they got that from, but obviously there's a million lithium companies, and lithium's been in the space in our community. People share. Lithium and lithium is going to be peaking, we need this resource for the future. But here's where it gets interesting. So this is lithium. I'm looking at 13F filings on this. This is the stock lithium. Check this out. Everyone got in Q4 of last year when it kind of IPO'd, right? Back in October, that's when it opened up. Everyone got in at an average price of $6 to $5 all across the board. These are the heavyweights. This is obviously Vanguard, who owns the most shares, 3.5 million. They invested $19 million into this. It's not even 1% of their portfolio. Ranks 2,622 in their portfolio, and they got in around $6.31, right? So half of that they invested is already gone because it has a 50% drop. Okay. Vanek. Who else is in here? There's a lot of heavyweights who bought this, right? Millions and millions of shares. $13 million, $12 million, $8 million, $7 million, $5 million, etc., etc., etc. Everyone got in at a high price. Now is the time, in my opinion. I'm far from a financial advisor, but if you're going to get into it, you can get into it at half off right now. So I built a small position. I think I got less than 50 shares because that's all the money that I could squeeze out of my couch, I would say. So I got in at a little bit. I think I got in high. I got in at $3.77. Let me see. I got in somewhere right here. And now it's tanked. I'm already losing money on it. So keep an eye on this one. You might want to be getting into this one. Obviously, this is high risk, high reward. 50%. I've seen lithium companies lose 98%. So be wary. You can, dip your toe in that a little bit right now at 330, and you'd be okay, right? 100 shares is going to cost you $330. That's not bad for 100 shares. Remember, if it hits a dollar move, you made $100, so it jumps up to $4, $5, $6, $7. If this thing has a run, right, of a $10 run, you can quickly make $1,000, right? So obviously, consult your financial advisor to see if you're going to get into it. But I got into a small position. I think I got 60. I can't remember how many shares I got. 50, 60, something small, because I knew as soon as I was going to buy it, it was going to tank, and it did. So now I can start the dollar cost average down, work my way over to 100 shares, and be cool with it, right? If you are Vanguard, obviously you got money to burn, but they put up 19 million and imagine how they feel right now. That they lost half their money. They probably didn't even notice it, but still, I can feel it. Anyways, that was the first idea, and the reason why this came about was I was looking at Sprott Inc. We all know Eric Sprott, the billionaire out of Toronto, or I believe Ontario. I can't remember. Anyways, Canadian. Yeah, Toronto. Sorry. Rick Rule is part of a director out of that whole portfolio, and this is the new stuff that they picked up. So this is all of their other stuff. They got 181. Sorry, this is 181 positions out of their fund. They control. How much do they control? This is 3 clients out of this hedge fund. This is wild. $1.3 billion in this 181 position portfolio. Anyways, so obviously this is the larger funds, top 10, and you can sort this by the new ones that they came out, and it shows you quarter one of 2024, quarter one, same. So this is January, February, March. This is when they bottom, right? You won't know the exact time, and it doesn't show an estimated thing. I'm still trying to figure out what sub-advisor means. I don't know what that means, but look it. They got Lithium Americas Corp, and they got Arcadium Lithium, right? They got in quarter one. It was really high. You got to remember. Where's this? January starts right here. February and March. So average of $5 all the way down to the bottom, $4. Maybe they got in at $4. They're still down. You can get in at a better price than they can right now. This one, Arcadium Lithium, I did the same. I was looking at that one. That has a 52% drop. It looks like all of the hedge funds got in as well. BlackRock took number one with a $500 million position, which is not even a 1% of their portfolio. That's amazing. It ranks 990 out of about 2,000 positions. So this is kind of, it's significant. It's significant. Quarter one, they averaged $4.31, and look at all when you're part of that group chat and everyone knows what price you're going to be buying at. Look at that across the board. $4.31. State Street, Vanguard, BlackRock, all of the heavyweights got in. Bank of New York, Mellon, Van Eck, they got in. It's not, I don't think it was more. I think the other one was more. I can't remember what position was higher on theirs. But look at all this. $4.31, everyone got in at $4.31. You can get it right now at $1 cheaper than the heavyweights. Why not? I built a small position in there. They got 1,000 employees. Usually those companies where they kind of promote on YouTube, you go and check, they got like 8 members running a whole corporation. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a penny stock that's like, maybe doing some shady stuff. But anyways, this one is good. It's solid. Over 1,000 people work for the company. It's out of Philadelphia and Ireland. That's kind of interesting. But look at 52% off right now from the IPO. Again, I've seen these lithium companies lose 75 to 90% of their value on their share price. So you have to be super careful. But those that I do see don't make the list on Vanguard or BlackRock. So even though that they didn't put a percent out of their portfolio. These other ones, Van Eck got a 2%. That's a pretty big position for their portfolio as well. Invesco's in there. Usually you'll see this in the heavyweights. Look at Invesco. You see 2,154. That's their rank. Vanguard the same, 2,622. Like that's a low number. To me, it's like spreading money on a roulette table and you're hoping that one wins. One does when you do pick a number and it does hit. The reward is pretty significant, and it kind of what does it mean? What does it say? It kind of makes up for the other losses that they spread on the table. So that's what I normally see. That the rank is kind of high. Again, these we're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars in their portfolio. That's why it's going to be ranking that high. They don't have that hard of a conviction into it, but some other ones are in there. This one's in there with the 12 rank of 20%. That was, sorry, I'm on Lithium. Arcadium, sorry. So the Lithium one is less, right? And then the Arcadium one looks like it's a higher bet. It hit Vanguard at 1,038 on their rank. Vanguard is here. They hit 2,000. So they're betting more money on Arcadium. So if you're going to pick one, maybe Arcadium is going to be a better pick because it's showing that the hedge funds are putting more money into it. Who knows? I don't think that they just kind of like throw darts. I think that they spread money, they figure out good businesses, and then they put it in there and they kind of use the risk to reward what it should look like. So these are the two ideas that I came across. I wanted to share them with the community because I know a lot of people get into the natural resources sector. We hear all kinds of interviews and they're pushing their product, but this is following money. This is where, show me where you put your money, and then that way I can follow. That's what I kind of do when I look at these 13F filings. And Sprott's a big heavyweight. They're a huge heavyweight, you guys. So those are the two ideas that I wanted to share with you. I'm not a financial advisor. You make your own decisions. At $3, I think, if you bought an ounce of gold and you picked up, $2,400 worth of this stock, I guarantee you, if this hits, if it hits, you can be buying more ounces of gold. If it doesn't hit, then sorry, you lost money. Act accordingly, buy accordingly. Neophyte out. Happy blessings, happy stacking.